Hello everyone, Toughmonkey here, hope that you're well. Sorry I've not been around very much to do many tutorials recently, I've been rather busy with work. However, I'm off work for a couple of weeks and I thought I'd do a bit of a tutorial for you for the Sera event at the Supernats variant of the Las Vegas track. I was going to do one last week, but I was on holiday in Wales and I couldn't really do many videos. But I am sat at my desk again and I'm going to do a quick video for you now. Okay, so round 1 at Todd Road has been and gone. We all know how to play that, I don't need to tell you how to race that track. However, this is the Supernats event at Las Vegas, an event that doesn't come up very often, and this video is specifically for all the people who haven't yet opened up the Sera kart. Now these are the bad boys that you're ultimately playing for, and I can tell you, they are rapid. These are what you'll open up if you do well in the main events. However, we're not playing for that at the moment, we're just trying to open up a Sera kart. And this is the one you're trying to open up now. This is what will open if you do well in this practice event. And this is the one that I've opened up previously. It's also the kart I'm going to be using in this video. Now, we're not allowed to use the 2 special karts that I've already opened in the round 2 or round 3 of the Sera event. So for practice purposes, I'm only going to use the bog standard Sera karts. After all, I'm only entering this event to get practice for round 2. I'm not bothered about getting the fastest time overall. I just want to get dialed into this kart, ready for when the round 2 opens. Okay, we're over 26 degrees. That means we're into hot super soft territory. I'll use a fresh set for every fast run. You can do 2 runs on this set of tyres. However, it goes yellow just before the end, so you'll get the best out of it if you throw on a new set of tyres for your fastest run. Obviously for the fastest run we're using 98 octane fuel. If you have a 3.5 litre tank, my setup here will just get you 4 runs out of a single tank of 98 fuel. It is just. This is what my fuel tank looks like after my 4th run. Okay, these are my settings. These are the settings I use for my fastest run. It's also the settings I'd use for any kart as a starting point. These are personal preferences, these work well for me. Okay, Vegas Supernats. This is a fiddly swine of a track and it really can bite you. However, I actually like it. Unlike the usual Las Vegas track, I like this circuit. Okay, get a good clean start. Grid position isn't vital here. My best first lap has actually come from 4th on the grid, so you can make time up straight away. Okay, I've stopped it here because this is an important reference point. You're carrying a lot of speed into this corner, especially on the 2nd lap. I wait until just after this line before I brake for the first corner. On the 1st lap, it doesn't matter quite so much because you're not at full speed, so I'll wait an extra half second, but it is an important reference point. It's very easy to get this corner wrong. I try and keep it as tight as I possibly can, really skirt that barrier as I apex, and then drift out to the outer wall, and you've got to be so careful. With the slightest touch of that wall on the right hand side, it's going to stop your kart. Then we quickly sweep across to the left hand side as tight as you dare to that barrier to open up the right hander coming up. Now we're bringing the speed down for this right-hander. We want to get as close as we possibly can to that curb, but do not touch it. It'll bounce the kart, it'll push it out, it'll bog the engine down. Avoid it. Ideally you want to be as far over on the right-hand side as you can as you come out of that previous corner to open up the left-hander here. You want to turn earlier than you think you're going to turn because you want to skirt this left-hand wall and then open up the steering and drift it out to the right-hand side. But again, do not touch that right-hand wall. The perfect line will be flat out and there will be no tyre scrub for the maximum acceleration out of it. As an aside, pay attention to where that barrier is on the right hand side. I have clipped it so many times. I've been looking at the map, I've been looking at it times and I've just lost interest of where I am and suddenly I'm facing the sky. Anyway, really important corner coming up. You want to brake earlier than you expect to. If you run too wide, you're not going to carry the maximum speed out of it. I like to skirt the curb as tightly as I possibly can, but again, do not touch the curb. It will ruin your line. Well, maybe a light caress. Okay, get as far left as you dare, and then brake early. Now, I've stopped it here to illustrate something to you. Look at the angle of the wheels and look at that barrier. I'm aiming straight for it. This is trusting the kart and trusting my setup. I know that with this setup, at this angle, this kart is just going to understeer ever so slightly around that corner. It's going to open up the corner, it's going to let me get back on the throttle earlier, and it's going to make me carry more speed. So we'll let the kart drift out to the left, carry full speed through the right and the left, get the kart back over to the left and brake early. If you can get the speed off early, you can get back on the throttle early. The aim is to get through the left-hander of this chicane, flat out, and then run out to the right-hand side of where the barrier is. And again, look at the angle of those wheels and where that barrier is. This is trusting this kart. Early on the brakes into the final corner. Again, skirt the curb but do not touch it. And then we want to run out wide and let the kart accelerate as smoothly as possible. As tight as you dare on this left hand kink and then flat out to the line. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to let you watch it back from the start, both laps, without me commentating. I'll catch you in a moment. And there you go, that's the Supernats at Las Vegas for round 2 of the Sera challenge. From my practice runs, I can see that my ultimate time is around about a 1:33.1, maybe a 1:33.2, but I'm not too bothered about that now. I'm just happy I've dialed it in. I hope you can take something away from that, be able to improve your times, unlock that Sera kart, and I'll see you in round 2. As always, if you've got any questions, drop me a line on Facebook or YouTube. I'm always happy to help. If you like what you're seeing, like, comment, subscribe, do what you want, and I'll see you next time.